Hello, YouTube people. So I am going to replace my logic board, which is the board that these plugs are connected to. This is basically sandwiched in here. It's two pieces inside of this case, and this is the radio. So in your Lexus GX460 or anything else that uses the same one, this is where we are. This is the whole front panel. This is where your SD card goes in, etc., etc. So if you're somebody like me who has been experiencing what seems to be a fairly common issue with these things, like where you may have an issue where it doesn't start, like in terms of the radio doesn't fire up whenever you turn the car on. It could be a thing where you turn like your reverse on and the camera comes on and then it like glitches and goes crazy. You know, reverse camera works, but nothing else does, like the screen is blank. And this really, you know, just layman's terms, sucks, because not only do you not have any music to listen to, but then you'd have no way of controlling your fans. You have to turn your auto switch on. I mean, it's just, you have no control over anything. And also too, is like, come on, it's the radio, like, it's a fairly simple thing to work, right? So yeah, I ordered a replacement logic board from eBay that came with its like nav card that's married to the new computer. And so I'm gonna link that from eBay in the description, whether this thing works or not. And if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna pull it out, send it back, and all that kind of stuff. But at least you're gonna be able to see how to take this radio apart and take your logic board out or whatever else you need to do in here. Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then there's one more option that I'm going to try, and it's just sending this whole radio out to a person in Syracuse, New York, which is only like 2.5 hours from me, and they rebuild the entire radio, I'm assuming, or probably just replace the logic board and do whatever they need to do. But yeah, this is supposed to work. Had good feedback on eBay about it. So yeah, and the seller had sold like I think 14 or 15 of these things, only had like 2 left in stock. And yeah, so we're gonna see what goes on. I'm gonna go grab a stool because yeah, and little disclaimer, I have no idea how to take this apart just yet. So we're gonna figure this out together, go through a little trial and error, but it just seems like it's a bunch of screws here, and then there may be some on the side as well. Then there's just like taking apart the trim, and then I think this whole thing has like a ribbon attached to it that needs to come off, or maybe a couple ribbons again. We'll get to that. Again, gonna grab a little stool, and if you're gonna do this, you really do need like a small screwdriver. Good thing to get would be just like this whole little driver bit set from Haba Freight. It's like, I don't know, $5 or $6 I think I paid for it. Look at all these little things you can just snap in here. It's got little pliers and whatever else. These things are great. Fantastic. No sense in buying expensive stuff. All this stuff works fantastic. And you're gonna need, I put this towel down on my coffee table just because it's a thing where yeah, you just don't want to scratch any of this. You don't want to scratch your table or whatever surface it's on. And also, if these screws come jumping out and go anywhere, it's going to be much better for them to kind of be absorbed by this and just da 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 da, and it ends up under your couch for the next 17 years, goes down a vent, like you'll never be able to find it until like the day you move out of here, or like move a rug or whatever else, and there it is. You know, so I'm going to use these Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm Do You Respect wood coasters to hold these screws in there as well, or like just, you know, for a little tray. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna go sit down, or I may actually just turn the camera around where the couch is, but we will see. These 1, 2, 3, and then 4. All right, we're gonna go after these, and I'll do this if the camera shakes a little bit. I'm just like tapping the screen so it turns itself back on. I could probably just turn the feature on there on the GoPro that would make it not shut the screen off, but you know, that's just too much of a thing, right? All right, and also too is because these screws are so small and these brackets are like aluminum, just be careful not to strip any of this stuff. Again, these screws have probably not been out of here in like, you know, 6 years or so, or 7 years actually. Mine's a 2018 GX460. So yeah, but you know, it's really bummy about these whole radios, but like, it's just, I don't know. It seems like what's happening is like there's just so much stuff going on at startup with the radio itself that, like, I don't know if it's a computer that can't handle it or if it's like the nav that can't handle it or something. It's just, wow. Good thing about these little bit driver sets from Harbor Freight is they be careful too. I mean, the good thing is if you just drop them in here, you should be able to get them back out, but who knows. Yeah, the good thing is that these have this little like rotating top here, so you can kind of just like push down, get some more leverage going without actually breaking anything. So it's super cool. All right, so we're good there. So see, now we're basically good like that. And then I think up here, okay, so this is going to be the top of the radio right here. We're on the top. Should take these screws. It's also a good idea too, whenever you're doing things like this, like before you even start, or maybe just as you're, you know, beginning doing all this, just take a picture with your phone, or even just if you need to, just record yourself doing this. You know, it's always a good idea whenever you start doing stuff. And also too is like, you know, you can help other people out if you're ever like on a forum or Reddit and they need just to see what something looks like. Sometimes you just need to like see like a little breakdown of things, and makes it a little bit easier to know what's going on. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, so then there's, okay, so I'll do is like I bent this up a little bit too much than I needed to, but it's okay. So right here, there's right here, right here, right here. So we took these two screws off up here, okay? Put them right over here. And now there's just these little trim clips, and these are just like, you just barely lift up on them, just real slightly. Try not to break them. Worst comes to worst, it'll just be loose. You could probably tape them back in or whatever else. Okay, so now we're good there. So now I can feel some resistance on the bottom. Instead of going any further, we're just gonna, okay, and those just clip themselves back in, obviously. But 'tis what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this baby upside down and see what's going on down here. Okay. It's held on with something in there, huh? So I'm assuming it's, there's a, so right, again, this is the bottom of the radio. So we're looking at it like this. So this would be the driver's side, left side of the car. There's a little black screw down here that's got a piece of plastic, which is the trim. Very small, it's black. Look out for it. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and turn this like this. Again, we're on the bottom of the radio. Cool thing about this bit driver, another cool thing should I say, is just the amount of little bit attachments. Like this is a little bit too thin to fit in that one. And that screw is just very, very, very small. And it doesn't have like a washer or anything on it. These other ones, well, those other ones had like little baby washers, and that kind of helped it kind of come out a little bit. This one though, so you got to put in just a bigger tipped bit. The other thing is too, I should probably have like a little magnet or something. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and put this one in the top. There, David. Okay, I don't really know if that was anything that happened. It didn't do anything, did it? I guess not, huh? Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and try snapping this out again. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we got that out. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and just try to like see what we're doing real quickly. Let's go ahead and just pop this door down. Yeah. Wonder if this is keeping it on too. It's just that. Oh, no. Something happened. Something happened. I think something good, hopefully at least, right? Okay, everything just kind of came off. Something is still connected though. Now there are also ribbons in here from what I heard. Or read from what other people said when I was researching like what was wrong with these radios and why they were doing this. Okay. Okay. So you're just gonna snap, like it's this, things are just snapped in like really well. So you just have to unsnap them. Okay. Oh, all right. So you see what's going on here. Okay, so just be very careful. I'm being a little abrasive with this stuff right now, and I gotta kind of stop. Now, what I would probably say to do is, okay, this cable, you gotta be really careful with this one. This one looks like a frigger. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's got some more tautness to it. So yeah, so first of all, we're just gonna go ahead and, okay, just make sure you keep some type of tension on these things. Don't let them just go willy-nilly anywhere. I'm just gonna keep it like this and kind of just, I think it's gonna be smarter for us to disconnect this from the faceplate. And then once we get the actual logic board out, I think that's going to be a smarter plan. Again, keep some tension on these things. Another person to help would probably be best, but we don't always have that option, unfortunately. So, okay. So on these connectors, these ribbon connectors, you see how this is like this is going to be like a tannish kind of like eggshell color, right? There's a black piece attached to it right here. Just take your finger, okay, your fingernail, whatever, if you have to. Take something with like a little sharp edge. Try not to use this one with like a Phillips on there. Just be very careful with it. Don't rip this ribbon at all. I'm just gonna take my fingernails, and I don't have very good fingernails. Like I bite them a lot. So we're just gonna go ahead and unsnap this. If I can do this, you can do this, unless you have really bad fingernails, but you know, I don't know. So we're just gonna snap it backwards towards you. Okay, again, just be careful with it. Don't go crazy. And take your time. Do this on a day too when like you got some time. Like I am currently doing this on Father's Day and my dad's dead. So like, you know, I don't have anything else to do today, but so we're just going to do this instead. But it's a Sunday. It's relaxing. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, just don't stress yourself. Like do this after work on like a Monday and it's getting dark outside and you're tired and hungry and whatever. Just tranquilo. That's one of the most important things about working on cars and everything like that. You just gotta relax and just chill. Don't do it upset. Don't do it mad. Just don't do anything like that. Okay. So now you're just going to pull that ribbon just right out. All right. Not a huge deal. Yeah. Okay. So we're good there. Ribbon is out. Everything is disconnected now, okay? Pretty cool, huh? Wow. It's crazy how much these things are, too. Set it off to the side somewhere where you're not going to step on it or break it or do anything like that. Okay. So, now the other thing is that this ribbon needs to come off now, too. So, what are we doing here? So that's, I'm assuming, is going to be... I know there's not much light or anything, but if you're gonna be right here. So I'm gonna go after, and there's another one of these like little snaps, like how I just did with my finger and pulled it back like this. And I think from what I can tell, it's gonna go down like this. So, or it may just yank out. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like there's like a thing in there for that. I'm not sure. Okay. So, yeah. Hey. All right. So now we got that out of the way. Let's just see. I'm going to very lightly just pull on this now. Okay. So there's something in there holding it in there. Go very, like, just don't do what I just did. Because you don't need to, because I just did. Okay. No. There's nothing in there. I'm going to move this. I have a little light hooked up to this. I'm going to move the light in just a little bit closer to this real quickly. Yes. Have some light too, everybody. Make sure you have some light with you. Okay. Okay, so that needs to be like, you can see like a little hinge in there. What we're gonna try to do though is we're just gonna try to pop it down. See if it goes down that way. No, I don't think it goes down that way. I think it goes like this way. So I don't think we can do anything just yet with that. But there's also another way. It's connected over here. That one over there seems like it's just got a plug, so that one might be the best way to go. Again, too, I'm getting hungry, so that's why my stomach's kind of growling too. Sorry about that. Sorry. Just go in here, see if we can't just... No, we're just fiddling around too much in there now. Oh, hold on. Okay, so again, this side I got out. There's another little, if we can see this here. Just very carefully. It's got like a little retainer right here on the actual radio. So I'm just gonna take this and just do this with it so it's not in our way. So if you can see right in here, this is the SD slot for the nav. There's a right here, another one of these little doors just opens up and then closes, so you can just open it up, pull the ribbon out, and just then you're good. So we got the ribbons disconnected from this stuff. Okay, so now it looks like all of these screws now need to come out right here. I'm assuming, at least, right? Right. I think at least. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and just start taking these screws off. So one, and just be careful of these ribbons, please. You can, they're not super brittle. I think of the one article or one thread I read on Reddit, somebody said these were like disintegrated when they pulled them out. Like, I'm just like, I think some of you have, I don't know. I think there are bigger issues than just your radio being wrong. Then if those things were like super corroded like that and disintegrating, I think you have like a flood car. So hopefully they're not disintegrating. We're just gonna start taking these out. If these don't need to come out, we're gonna put them right back in. But I'm pretty sure we gotta do this to get everything undone. So, okay. So now we're gonna take these, put them over here, put these over here. Okay. I ate and everything too. She's like, man. Okay, so we're gonna put these over there. So let's do the person to speed this whole situation up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like right now. Okay, so 7 is what you're gonna go for. So you think we're supposed to be doing at least. All right. Good. And so the person in Syracuse that does this, I'm assuming, so the radio I got, or the logic board I got, was about $650 after almost 9% sales tax where I live in the state of New York. Yeah, this definitely needs to come off. And the one in Syracuse was like, I think like 800 something after taxes and whatever else. So this just comes right off too. Cool. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. We're still gonna take this screw off though. Put this over here. Okay. So I'm assuming, because you have to take your whole radio off and send it to the person in Syracuse, OEM Audio, I think it's called. Okay. So real quickly, we're just like, we're hung up on something somewhere. I think it's like, okay, again, just be careful of the ribbons. Mind the ribbons. Is there another screw? Like this side's up. It's this side over here that's kind of just being a little fooger. You also have wires right here and everything too. Oh no. Oh. Uh-oh. So I just popped this little white wire off of this thing. That's my bad, but I think we should be okay. This has got these like little connectors in here. Okay, so now when you get to these two wires right here, so this is the new logic board, well, new to me. So again, this is the back side of it, right where we're looking right now at it. So this part right here, this right here is white wire, this right here is blue wire. So they're just basically, they're just little, like they're the female parts of these pins. So I think these you just take them and just pry up on them. And these wires also too are very thin and they're very small, and they may come out of the backside of these connectors, but I was able just to push it right back in, and I'm just going to take like a very small little plier and just crimp it back down, and we should be good. So just be careful. Again, just take your time. And also too is just, if something goes wrong or something's weird, just backtrack as to what you did. And if this is getting too complicated for you, getting to be too much, just take the radio and just send it to a place like OEM Audio, I think it's called, place in Syracuse. Manlius, I think it's called, is the town technically. Yeah, okay. So that wire just like came out of there. So we're just gonna, actually the best thing is like when those wires come up, we're just gonna recrimp them. This will be not as bad as it seems. Again, everything can be fixed. Again, too, we're paying to play right now. All right, we're kind of playing with fire a little bit. Yeah, so they'll just pry right off. This one came out of its thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and just push it right back down, just because I don't want that thing going anywhere and snapping around and breaking and we lose it. So wow, that, as soon as that got done, there we go. We were good to go. Again, be very careful. Feed this wire through, or these ribbons through, very carefully. Again, they're not like super brittle, but just be careful with them. Okay. Okay, so thankfully, these boys up here, we don't have to, oh, this one we do. This one is just a harness right here. Okay, so we're just gonna press down. Just don't just yank on these wires. You see, I'm not yanking on anything. I'm down here on this little loom. Okay, and I'm just giving it a little bit of tension. Okay, and watch yourself too with sharp screwdrivers around wires, as I'm just skipping around on them. Okay, well, again, we're just trying this. I think this is, yeah, this is just held on like by this. That one's not going as easily, huh? How about you down here there, my guy? This one seems like the easiest culprit. Yeah, it just seems like that should just be, because it really needs to be pressed down. It probably does. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of a, yeah. There we go. Again, if you're gonna, when you put tension on this and start pulling back on it, it's loomed right here. Pull on that. Don't just yank on these wires and pull those pins out. That'll be No bueno, brother. No bueno. The other thing is too is like if you break something and then like you send it into a place like that audio place, they may think it's just that was the problem and be like, oh, you don't need a new logic board or anything, and then they do that and then you still have the same issue, you know, because maybe you weren't truthful with them and told them you were messing around. So this is another ribbon. You just go ahead and press down to press down, whatever you're gonna do, I don't know, and just go ahead and just walk this one out. Skaboo! Cool. We're getting there, y'all. We are getting there. We are getting there. Do a little picture real fast with my phone. Okay. So the logic board is the one down here. So we're just going to go ahead and just replace like this whole case right here. So it's going to just, so it's just, if we look right here, yeah. All right. We're going to take these brackets off too then. This one, you might just need something a little bit bigger. Those are like, I don't know if I have one of these Phillips adapters is big enough, and I don't know if this little driver is strong enough to take these off, but let's just see. Now we need a real screwdriver, or also too just an 8mm. I think it's an 8mm. All right, actually back quicker than I needed to be. I forgot I have like this little set of again, another Pittsburgh tool. I got these on like discount from let's just see. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an 8. These on discount, clearance, whatever section that is, at Harbor Freight a few weeks ago. Like $2 because there were like 2 missing. They weren't 10s that were missing either. So yeah. So again, this is going to be an 8mm. Yeah, very easy, very simple. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take this off. And where are we? I think we're on the right side of it right now. I don't know. Oh, left side. I'm not sure anymore. Who even knows, right, everybody? So, all right, we're good there. Just take this bracket off so you can get to these bolts. All right, just be very careful. You shouldn't be held on very tightly, but all right. And then whenever you do things like that, I think I should have just put the old little impact on it, but we don't need to go crazy with this. Remember, whenever you're using like a ratchet or anything, just put your hand on the head of the ratchet or your fingers or something like that. So just so it doesn't slip, like see how it's slipping like that. I'm not super concerned about this. Like everything's going to be fine. It can slip and do everything. I'm not working on an engine or anything, y'all. So I'll just do all my other tools right now. Like 3/8 stuff for the most part is all in the Lexus where I took everything out of. So, yeah, it's going to make a video on how to remove all this stuff from the car. Well, like there are plenty of videos, I think, or at least 1 or 2. Man, they like really emphasize you like using like a credit card or something to like not scratch stuff and whatever else. It's like, I thought it was gonna be this huge thing. It's such like a, I don't know. I think it's just like a little bit too much overkill and worry about some things. Again, if you're real anal about that stuff, like I did not like scratch anything on my faceplate or whatever else from not using a, yeah. So, because also too, again, what's happening is like these are going to be a little bit more difficult. Jeez, I'm not used to using 1/4 inch anything either. These are just like tools I'm going to keep in my car, just in case I need anything. So we're going to keep all these brackets together, and we're going to keep all these brackets together too. Yeah, this is left side, I think. Yeah, left. Again, I'm not really sure. So there's going to be some tension on here, a little bit more, and whenever you get to a certain extent, it's going to kind of be like a little bit difficult to loosen these things. So I would just recommend grabbing it, just getting these things loose enough, and then just walking them off with your fingers. Again, not working on an engine or anything here. I also don't have like a microphone on or anything like that. Again, I'm going to start doing some YouTube videos with the GX and just things, and stuff that like bothers me about it that I want to fix, and other people sometimes don't have the fix for it, or they're like, well, has anybody else done this or ordered this or done this? I'm just gonna be the person that starts ordering this stuff. You know, if something doesn't work, just order it. Make sure it has a return policy. Make sure if there's a return policy and there's a, you know, a restocking fee, that it's not $1 billion, and you should be all good. Okay. So now this is, yeah, this is this side, all right? So we see these don't need to come out and these don't need to come out, just these two. And then other side. Again, remember, just compare this stuff. This is the same thing you're putting in. So we're gonna do just 1, 2, and 1, 2 right there, everybody. That's what we're gonna do. Again, mind the ribbons, mind the ribbons. I'm pretty sure you could probably remove them from the actual board right now if you wanted to, but there's no reason to, because now you're just gonna, we're gonna have to reconnect them to the other one, but there's no sense in doing that right now until you have everything off. So we're just gonna go ahead. We got the Phillips back on there. We're gonna take these and we're gonna put them in the closest Larry David one. We're just gonna work ourselves backwards after that. As soon as this thing's all connected up, we're gonna put these screws right back in. Hopefully this works, though I don't want to have to do this again. I mean, actually, I don't mind. This isn't that difficult, actually. This is fairly easy. I think people just make really big McGillas out of things. But, like, stuff is usually not that hard. It's just going to be access to stuff, like tools and whatever else. There are certain cars, like, at least not this Lexus that I'm learning, like, isn't anything much different than literally a Toyota or a Volkswagen or something else that I've ever worked on. It's really not difficult stuff. You just gotta, it's just nicer. So there's more stuff in the way. You know what I mean? More faff. And then if one thing is going to go wrong, then just because it's like a nicer car and everything, like something else may go wrong. So, okay. Oh, and then, okay. So now I think it's time. We're going to go after all of these now. Now it's that time. Again, mind your ribbons in the back. I would not push this like this. Rest it like on its back side. So, those two. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They really like their 7s, don't they? Huh? It's like their thing. I'm surprised they didn't make a 7-cylinder engine that runs on like hydrogen or something, right? Isn't that Toyota's jam? They're gonna do that stuff. Oh well, whatever. So let's go ahead and just see. Are these like the same as these? I don't know. Are they? Are these confused? No, these have much bigger heads on them. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and put these over there. Okay. Let's do this so I don't strip these things out. I'm not sure if there's like a pattern to take these things out or not. There might be, but just expect a little bit of, what I'll do is just don't strip these. Expect like a little bit of tension. Probably as you start loosening them towards the end, they may just be a little bit more tough to break loose because you got all the weight on them. And again, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try breaking these loose. And what I'm doing is I have the end of this that turns like in the palm of my hand, and then I'm kind of just holding it there and then getting on these grips and then doing it. Okay. Now we're all broken loose here with the screws at least. Right. Cool. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Again, this is what I'm assuming the other companies charge you the extra like couple $100 for, is just this maintenance, like the labor on doing it. And that's understandable. This is honestly, for most people, even for me and everything like that, like it's worth the extra $200 to have somebody else do this. And I think there was even a way you can like go to that guy's house where he works out of, runs the business out of, like on a weekend or something, and he'll do it for you while you just like wait, and it takes like half an hour or something, I think. Okay, so we're all good there. You know what they're gonna make us do? They're gonna make us take this top part off, aren't they? Okay, so where are we? Are we this side? What side are we, baby boy? Oh yeah, we are. Okay, we're right there. Hey, baby boy. Baby boy. These are all good. Where are we that we're not held on? Or that we're held on still, I mean. Oh, okay. We were just, okay, you just needed to pry up. Okay, let's just, all right. Yeah, everything's good. All right, well, just don't, that happens. Again, just sometimes you just got to yank on stuff. LOL. Just this ribbons or this like Tesa tape type of stuff they have on here is like really. So let me just cut this on this. Yeah, that's just like, it's like real strong tape. Okay. Just gonna peel it back. You can try to keep it intact if you want, but this is really all that's holding this on. Super tight Toyota tape, man. I tell you, brother. All right. Okay, good Lord. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm gonna have to like go get some box cutters real fast or something, a razor blade, and cut this. Oh, Toyota. I mean, great and all. I'm excited that it's so held in there, but. Okay, we're back. So now we're dealing with stuff that can cut your hand really badly and other things, so just be careful. I'm gonna run it down here. Should separate it enough. We can probably just pry up enough on this. And also, dude, just be careful. This is all very sharp metal. Like extremely sharp metal. So we just need to come down here. What in the heck? Be careful with this razor blade. Oh yeah, look at this. I already nicked myself. Holy shnikes. Oh, that wasn't even from the razor blade. That was just from the metal. Oh yeah, look at that. That's from the radio. Whew. Okay, we're gonna have to. All right, and all dudes, now we're just getting. All right, we're gonna have to take a break. Goodness. Whew. Don't do that, y'all. Just don't do that. All right, now my thing's gonna forever be mine because it's marked in blood. So, okay, we're gonna be right back. I'm gonna go clean this off. All right, well, we're back. Probably push a little bit of blood still through here, but again, all right, so be very careful. This is like, as I'm touching it again, but like this is like razor sharp right here. Should have known better. And just as I was saying, even too, just to be careful. Yeah, might be a better idea just to like put some like gloves on or something while you do this, but okay. So now what we're gonna do is, so this is like this then. So are there any screws or anything? Aha! There's not on this side. Don't think. Yeah, no, but there is a screw. You can even see it right here. You can see it. It's like a, you got like a pantyhose on over it. You know what I mean? It's like, so there we go. Weird that it's only on one side too. So, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one because it's the Lone Ranger. And we're just gonna go ahead and tread it on true. Oh, well, of course, not gonna be able to by doing this. I'll just do it like this. What a finger thing, huh? What a great thing. It's probably also too why, and I'm not even gonna take this like stuff off, this like Tesa tape off. I'm just gonna let it sit in there because it'll grip and reduce the possibility of camming this little screw out. All right, that's what we're gonna do. And then it also comes with this SD card. This one is married to this board, so make sure you put this one into the USB slot. And I'm going to keep this on here the entire time too, and just let it stay in there, so I always know which one is which. And as soon as my logic board comes out, I'm just going to put like a little mark on it so I know that's the old one. All right. Hey, look. The logic board is out. Heck yeah, y'all. Heck yeah. Just gonna have to take that ribbon out. And that ribbon out. And we're gonna have to get that one out. So again, no big deal. We'll be all good. Okay. This one, oh man, this razor blade just like hanging out, huh? So this one right here, as you can see, fairly simple. Just push down on that clip, pull back out. We're gonna take that, just plug her right on in. See if she fits, first of all. I'm sure it will go in. Yep, there we go. All right, snap that one in. KKK. OKKK. That's the other way around. Weirdness. Okay, so we're good there. I think this is going to go upward like that. Pop that off. Pop this on. Just be careful. No, maybe not. Let's just see. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Let's just see. No, oh, okay, okay. Yep, it does. See, look. So I think two's good. This board goes up and it goes down like this. So let's go like this. Be very careful as well. It's gonna slide down. It's gonna pull up. Okay. Now we're just going to take this. Slide this in. You can see how it's slotted. Slides right into those slots. Just take this and snap it back down. It's probably the easiest way of doing this and making sure you just know exactly what's going on. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just look in here, see what's going on. Okay, this seems like it's going to snap down right under here. Did I snap it down? I don't think I did. Let's just see on this one then if it shows us. I wonder if that one just yanks out of there. So we're going to be very careful by doing this. Yeah, that one just yanks right out of there. Take this one. Snap that one back in. All right, we're rolling, y'all. We are rolling. Not gonna get too ahead of ourselves just yet, though. Don't get too cocky, y'all. Okay, what I am gonna do though is I just want to see what part number this is. This is just slightly off. 13516 135164, so that means it's a radio probably. Okay, yeah, this part number is off too. First ones are correct, second ones. So 1470L, and this is 1470E, which I'm sure that just means it came out of a different year or something like that, but either way, okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right back on here. I mean, I may actually, you know what, we're just going to take this off. What we are going to do though is we're just going to make a mark on this somehow though, so we know. So okay, let's just do this. because I don't have any like sticker or anything I really want to put on here or whatever else, I'm just gonna write like N on there for new. So I know that that's the new one. Okay. Same thing with this. I'm just going to take this and put a little dot on this SD card, so I know that's the right one. New one. Okay, I think we're good. Now we just got to do that blue and white wire, or blue and black wire, whatever it was. Yeah, these ones right here. So we're just going to take that other one off of here. Right there. Remember, we did this. We meaning me. You may not have done that because you may have been a little bit better with it than I was. But whatever. So now we're just going to get this out of the way so we don't mess with those ribbons or anything. Everything has been going swimmingly so far. Okay, and then what we're going to do is kind of, there it is. Okay, so that's out. So now we're going to take this logic board and put it away. Now, see how this is just like a little like terminal. And we're just going to go ahead and take it and put it back on here, which is the white wire. You know, just gotta push it in there a little bit. So it's gonna take a little finagling with this white wire. Kind of trying to like crimp it a little bit in there so we can get it in there. We're trying not to mess with the other one either. Again, that's my chair making those noises. It is not I. Okay. So we're pretty much in there like swimwear. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave it like this. And I'm just going to go grab a little set of snippers or pliers. Very small bevets. I'm going to crimp that. So, weirdly enough, I don't really have any small little pliers. I don't really ever work on anything this small. So I'm just going to take these and just get right on the edge. And there it. Yeah, you're pretty crimped on there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think we're okay, everybody. I think we're ready to go. I think we are ready. Okay. I'm just gonna put this. I'm just gonna put this off to the side. Okay. So now, everybody ready? I think this is it. I think this is it. Goodness. All right. I think we're all good, man. Ja. It's supposed to be like this, I think. Is it like this? I think it's, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. Remember? Alright, yeah, that's definitely a proper orientation. Just not sitting flush on the back because the screw is in there that I put in there. But yeah, everything else is... So, okay, so you're just going to line all these things up together. That's the other thing, too, that's going to prevent you from making this feel like this is working back together. And also, too, is you're going to have to kind of snippy and snappy, but be careful with these ribbons. Do not mess the ribbons up. Unless you are a ribbon farmer or something and you got all these ribbons. Now, you know what? Problem is I got to take that screw out to get this in here, too. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just repeat this real quickly. All right. But we know where this screw goes, so we don't need this out anymore. Okay. Okay. Good there. Snap. These back here, put this back here, put the ribbon up so we're not resting on it. Take this screw. Screw you back into here. Start it with the bit real quickly. Man, I'm so excited. I hope this all works. If not, again, we'll deal with it. But listen, at least the car runs and everything. You know what I'm saying? Try not to say that too loudly, but you know. Okay. All right. So that's just getting caught on the towel a little bit. That's why I was like, okay. So we're good here. Everything's good. Now we're gonna go ahead. Be careful with these. Snap it back in. That's good there. This one goes on the front panel, as does this one. Snap this one back into place. Good there. Don't push on the ribbon too much. Okay. Good there, good there. Alright, so now we can rest it on here because there's just the plugs in the back and they're good to be rested on. So now, I'm going to go ahead and put you back on. Now this ribbon came through here. Right? I think? Is it backwards? Are we backwards? No. Are we? Yeah, like that thing had like a place to sit before. Hold on, let's just come back out here again. No, this is definitely the proper way. Okay, calm down, ribbon. That's definitely the proper way. Okay. So we're all good. Oh, maybe it's on one of these brackets. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead, again, feed yourself the ribbon right through here. Again, just be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful, everybody. Just keep on being careful. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put this one through here. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead. Just being very, 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 very careful. Okay. Okay, snap those back on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm excited. So now these are going to go back on the front. We're just going to do all this again, hanging out, doing it slowly. No specific pattern going in here or anything like that, but just trying to kind of seed it in different places so that everything else kind of just molds back together and we can just snippy snappy everything back in. All right. Really hoping this works. It's not like a huge deal to pull this back off again, but yeah. So really, you know, as a little recap, as we're kind of getting to the end of this, the only thing I'd really be cautious about are these wires right here. This is like a thing. Also, too, is like, I don't even know if that wire was even possibly like 100% connected to the other one. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. But I'll have to go back and look on the camera and see. Look at this footy that we got going on, you know. I'm gonna have to change memory cards soon. It's been like an hour, I think, already. Ooh. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? Putting your Lexus radio back together. Again, it's Father's Day 2025. Hopefully, if you are celebrating, you are having a great day. If you're like me and you don't, your dad is dead. Oh, you know what? I did. That thing had to go in there, didn't it? So I'm pretty sure that's the orientation of it. Again, we'll notice pretty quickly. Fatty outer plate frame. We put it on, put this screw back in. All right, everything's tight on there. You don't want to go too crazy with those screws. They're just screws going into aluminum. It's very thin, or whatever the hell this tin is. Okay, so on the back we need to. All right. Of course, this is just going to be. It's going to be like that because those screws aren't in there. So we're going to go ahead and put the screws in there. Again, mind your ribbons. Mind your ribbons, please. All right, so now we have screws in on the back and on the front plate. We are going to go ahead and put these brackets back on. Now again, left side of the car, CD player is right up here. So this is going to be left side. This is going to tell you left side. And then you're just going to go ahead. See these right here. See also too, this has just like its little slot like right here, this little divot. I'm pointing out with my band-aid finger. Just gonna go ahead and put it on there. Grab yourself a screw. And just go ahead and, well, again, you gotta kind of line it up properly too. And these all have to go in like perfectly straight or they just won't go in. That's just the way they are. Okay, so you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, tighten them down, and then you're gonna do the fourth one because with this one in here first, the other bracket, which is this one, then you won't be able to get to like 2 of those. So I'm also gonna have to change or delete some footage real quickly. So if this angle changes a little bit, I'm sorry. Hello, I'm talking to you from the future compared to that video. Even my hand is way more pale now. It is December 25th, 2025. We are 6 months and 10 days after the install of this. Unfortunately, the footage was deleted in the great Ryan mess up of early October when I accidentally deleted a bunch of footage that I thought I had already exported to my external drive and ended up just moving everything to a recycle bin. Took like 7 minutes to delete everything from this thing, and that's where that last footage went to. But anyway, I'm here to tell you with great news that, knock on wood, actually, let me knock on this thing. That's real wood-ish. So, everything has been working fantastic. Basically, after I put the brackets on, put the faceplate back on, put it back in the car, hooked everything up, it took maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. First of all, there was like a little progress bar that came up and just sat there, just and then like everything with the nav has to kick in, and it remembers a lot of stuff that you already had saved on there as well, which is super cool. Like my Bluetooth connected right away, I think. Can't remember perfectly well back now if it did, but I'm pretty sure it did. So this is the OEM GPSNav.com 14 to 20 GPS Grace Note navigation radio board software repair service. So yeah, that's that one. And then if we go to, let's see real quickly, OEM auto, here we go. Let's see, this is the person in Syracuse, New York, who rebuilds these things. Here is this right here. Yeah. So he actually purchased my old unit that you saw me remove in this video. I think I sold it to him for like $300 on eBay. I have the SD card up for sale right now. I just put it up a few days ago for like $250 or buy it now, or best offer, I mean. So there is a way to make money back on this stuff. I mean, that logic board was no use to me at all. The SD card, I have it up for that price because it's kind of on the high end of it, but like if nobody buys it, not a big deal. Just in case, like I sometimes do get a little worried I may need it. at one point down the road, and those things are like $1,000. And also too is down the road, who knows how available those will be, and even if a dealership can get it or something else can get it, which I'll never do that. I think there are other like things on the internet, websites on the internet that do that stuff for like those SD cards for everything else and whatever, blah blah blah. So moral of the story, everything worked, everything's great. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. I will continue to try to do GX460 videos as well as maybe some other videos. I also, you can tell in the background, if you're into astrophotography or anything like that, I'm going to start doing some videos of Star tracking. I've been an astrophotographer for going on like a decade now. It's a huge hobby and a way of making like some, 48 cents a year on like some copyright stuff. So yeah, I love it. It's great. So I'm going to try to post more videos of that kind of stuff as well. So, yep. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you watched the whole thing, seriously, thanks a whole bunch. Sorry for all my weird rhetoric and everything in there. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all. And again, stay safe out there, be well, and yeah, enjoy your Lexus.